All right. In honor of baseball season, today's video, we are going to take this boring baseball projection file. We're going to turn it into a nice, conditionally formatted, better looking summary over here to see if we're going to win our fantasy league or not. Work with removing duplicates, filtering, formatting cells, locking cells within the formula. We're going to use conditional formatting. And the formulas we're going to focus on today, we're going to learn about the rank formula as well as the SUMIF formula. And we're going to try to get it all done in less than 15 minutes. So let's get right into it. Each team in my fantasy league, as you can see here. So in order to figure out if we're projected to win or not, first thing we have to do is add a new worksheet. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to copy this entire column. We're going to paste it here. And we're going to use a little Excel feature called remove duplicates right here. Yes, the data does have headers. So now I have the team list. Also, I want to put a little side note in here to see how many top players each team has. So we're going to do top 30 players. We're going to keep track of that as well. Also going to bring through the scoring categories here. So it is a 5-category scoring league. So we have runs. We have home runs. We have RBIs, stolen bases, and batting average. So first thing I want to show you here is I have everybody ranked here. So in order to figure out the top 30 players here, first thing we're going to do is we're going to filter, add a filter here. And we're concerned with this rank column. So I'm going to look for less than 31, which is going to give me the top 30 ranked players. And for each one of those, I'm going to insert a 1 in this column. Now, why am I doing that? There's another formula we can use over here to quickly figure out which team has the most top 30 ranked players. So that formula is a SUMIF. So we're going to go equals SUMIF, open parentheses. The range is the range we're looking for a match, which is going to be the team name here. The entire column. We're going to put a comma in there. Going to go back to our summary. And that is the criteria that we're looking to match right there, the team name. If we find a match, we're going to return this column here. And what that'll do, you can copy and paste that all the way down. The faster way to do it, double click the bottom right, and we'll automatically put it in there. So you can see Bat Flippers Anonymous has 6 players ranked in the top 30. So that's pretty good. Next, you'll see Balking Dead 5, Fantasy Fleabags 4, and so on. Now, if this ever happens to you and everything gets bunched up, one quick way to auto-fit these columns, click the top left, go over to one of these dividers, double click it quickly, and it will auto space it out, but it will maintain the filter so you can still see what you're working with here. So first thing I need to do is I need to calculate the batting average. So in order to do that, I need to bring forward the at-bats from each team. So I'm going to use another SUMIF formula here. I'm quickly going to carry this over back to our summary. If it matches designated drinkers, give me the sum from this column C here. So you can see that's 8310 at-bats for the year. I'm going to put in the hits while I'm at it. Now the average is going to be calculated by the hits divided by the number of at-bats. And we're going to carry all these other formulas through here. Okay, so now we've populated all the data. Copy and drag this down. You want to format these, you can highlight that to make this a little easier to read. I'm going to put commas in there. So you're going to format cells, right click format cells. There you go. Batting average, we're going to bring that 2 decimals over. There we go. So now we have all the data crossed through here. Now we're going to work on figuring out who's got the best offense here. So we're going to add some columns in here. You're just going to highlight a column, right click, click insert, and that'll put your columns in. If you want to fix the spacing, you just click that top left, double click here. And so now we're going to do a rank formula in Excel, which is basically going to tell us out of the 9 teams, it's going to assign a point value for us based on each scoring category. So for runs, we're going to base it off runs. Home runs, we're going to base it off home runs, and so on. And so the way to do that, we're going to type equals rank. The number we're going to rank is right there. The range is right there. And we are going to do descending. So we're going to type 0. We're going to close out the formula. Now, we're going to copy and paste this down. We're going to learn something here also. Now that did not work. Why didn't that work? Well, that didn't work because we have a sliding reference range here. So instead of keeping it for the set range, we didn't tell Excel what to do. So it slid the formula down each row as we went down, which we don't want. So the way to fix that is to lock the range. So you're going to click next to the first cell reference range and the function key and type F4. That's going to lock that cell range. And then we're going to go slide to the back, hold the function key, type F4. That's going to lock that range. And now you click enter. And so what this is now going to do is it's going to change the reference cell, which is the cell on the left, but it's going to keep the reference range the same as we go all the way down, which you can see right here. Oh, we need to invert something here. We have to change that to ascending. And now you can see the Walking Dead has the best team in terms of runs scored. They're going to get 9 fantasy points for having 1,504. And the worst team is Hakuna Matata Matata with 1,086. They're only going to get 1 fantasy point. So as we're keeping track over here, we could just insert a formula, which is going to equal, it's going to add up all of our fantasy points as we go along. So we're going to type E2 plus H2 plus J2 plus L2 plus N2. And that's going to give us our total fantasy points. We're going to carry that all the way down. And we're going to highlight the top team. We're going to do some conditional formatting here as we go. We're going to do highlight cell rules. So we're going to highlight this entire range. We're going to do highlight top 10, but instead of 10, we're going to change that to be top 1. And we're going to make it green, because green will be the winner. And we're also going to add 1 in for the bottom. Instead of 10, it defaults to 10, we're going to change it to 1. We're going to leave it be red text. So now you can see the best team and the worst team. So let's insert the same formula here for home runs. We're going to rank this number. We're going to lock this range. Function F4. Function F4. And I'm going to close the parentheses. Okay. We can see the Walking Dead are killing it right now. They got 41 total fantasy points. Fantasy Fleabags, second place, they got 40. Now let's say if we want to make this look a little bit prettier here, we can add a grid line, highlight the entire block. Let's do a little all borders format there. Let's make the headings bold. The quickest way to do that is highlight it, hold the Control key, and hit the B button. Let's bold out the total points. Control B. And say if we wanted to apply this conditional formatting elsewhere to show the points, the leaders of the other points in the other columns. Just highlight this, hit the paintbrush here, format painter, and click the next column you want to issue that formatting to. For fun, let's do one more over here for the top 30 players. As you can see, we've now formatted everything to our liking. Now, as a bonus, let's get a list on the top 30 players here. These are only batting players, but let's copy this. Ctrl C, hold the Control button, hit C. That's going to copy it. Let's add a new tab. Now hit Ctrl V. That's going to paste it. For fun, let's hold Control and hit the A button. That's going to highlight everything. Now let's exercise a custom sort. And we're going to sort by the rank. And we're going to go smallest to largest and click OK. These are the top 30 players according to CBS. I see some pictures that must be in the top 30 because it's not giving us actually 30 players. It's only giving us 24. But this is a sneak peek at the top CBS fantasy baseball players according to their projections and rankings. So if you see anybody good on this list, make sure you draft them at your fantasy baseball draft. That's it for today, guys. If you got any enjoyment out of this, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.